Blue skies call. They seduce us, pulling us irresistibly upwards, reminding us to fly our own line, on our wings, and in life. We are the seekers, adventurers, being one with the air, feeling everything and nothing at once. That's the magic we chase. Follow the call. Find your pure, wild flight with NZ Aerosports.
Of course, I absolutely love the NZ Aerosports business model. I mean, come on. One glance at an Icarus fuck yeah sticker and you know it lines up perfectly with the fucking pilot mentality. But outside their wonderful use of colorful language and a great company vibe, there's a long list of reasons to say NZ Aerosports fuck yeah. NZ Aerosports blows me away right out of the gate as a canopy manufacturer with a bold offer. They give you 10 jumps on your brand new nylon to decide if you want to keep it, swap it out, or even return it for a refund. I mean, seriously, how incredible is that? That's like getting halfway through a prom and deciding you prefer the slightly racier date that goes down faster. Seriously, they do that. If you're not madly in love with your new canopy after 10 jumps, they'll let you swap it out for another size or model, or even get your money back. And the range of canopies they've got? Man, they've got a style canopy to fit every jumper and every situation with models you know and trust. Like the Sapphire 3, the perfect choice for the beginner or intermediate canopy pilot. The Crossfire 3, when you're ready to kick it up that elliptical notch. The JFX 2, if you're looking to up your new swoop game. The Leia as the workhorse and dirtwater dirt beast. Or the Petra. The Petra cranks out crazy power and is nothing short of a record breaker. But hey, it's not always about speed either. Take the Kraken. Built as a low pack volume canopy specifically with wingsuiting in mind, she gives you all the performance you're looking for with the reliability you need that'll have you itching for that next formation, rodeo, or puffy cloud. So, the equipment is top-of-the-line kick-ass stuff as you already know, but how about the team? Well, the customer service gang is there to sort you out whenever you need them. Maddie and Beto are always there to help with Jen holding the reins. They're available for you at sales@nzaerosports.com, and they've got a kick-ass live chat tool on the website if you're wanting to hit someone up right away. These are the crew you're going to want to talk to get those custom orders in. With the stock nylon, once you know what you want, they'll have that shit on a FedEx truck as soon as the credit card machine says approved and get you in the air in no time. For your custom orders, you'll be able to get a time frame for building and shipping when you design it, so get to it. And demos. They've got demos in the US available from their partner Rock Sky Market. The whole US demo fleet is there with Sapphire 3, Crossfire 3, Kraken, JFX2, and Leia canopies in a range of sizes. They also offer student and tandem demos in the US. Bottom line, every step of the way, NZ Aerosports is there to get you what you need, and I personally couldn't be happier to be teamed up with them here on Lunatic Fringe. And now, time to get started with Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you proudly by NZ Aerosports. Fuck yeah.
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go. This is another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void. My name's Ray Kubiak, and I'm sitting here with this fine gentleman here. Hey, tell me, sir, who the fuck are you, and what do you do?
Jake Jensen.
Jake Jensen.
Skydive professionally for quite a few years and kind of retired now, but working for Flight One Military. Yeah.
Not a bad gig.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
All right, so I want to back us up. I want to back us up to the beginning of your journey, Brent. Like, what the fuck? How do you go from skydiving to Flight One Military? You just said that all nonchalant, like that isn't pretty fucking cool, dude. Like, so
yeah,
where did it start for you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I felt pretty lucky about it. I was on STC Corps VFS team, and we had a 5-year contract. I was with them from the beginning of the team, and the contract was up, and we were at the World Cup down in Arizona, and I was referred by someone to Flight One for an interview. And as we were training just before the comp, I had a phone interview with Flight One military, and it just turned out that they liked me. And right after the World Cup was over, I was able to shadow a course, kind of get trained up and stuff like that to see if they really wanted to hire me. And that went well. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And that's about 2.5 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
How did you get involved in skydiving? How did that ever happen?
You know, just a random tandem, just like everybody else. It's funny because I was kind of digging a chick that you would know, and a lot of the people kind of know, but she's not a big name in the sport by any means. But she was like, "Hey, come out and do a tandem," and I did and landed, and I was like, "I want to be a skydiver."
Was that was your first tandem in Ogden?
It was, yeah. That's why you would know her, Steph Gardner.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Her and
so
Plammer.
Who was your tandem instructor?
Tyson Sugihara.
Oh, I don't know if I know him.
He was out there for quite a while. Maybe it was after your time, but
yeah, it baffles me that I haven't been back to Utah in so long, and I have such love for that place and like just the people. I miss that so bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I tell people this all the time. Like, coming from Utah, I thought that every crew in the skydiving world, wherever you went, was like that crew. Bro. And they're not. Like, dude, they're just it's like a different breed. I don't know what it is. Like, it's family. It's family everywhere. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
It's crazy. Like, people will comment on, like, my wife will even say it. She's like, "Yeah, there's nothing like that crew."
Bro,
but
we had a connection from. They still do. It's the Utah to Mesquite to Vegas connection, dude. Like, it was super dope. We'd have those boogies out at Mesquite, and I don't know, the shit was just popping. And you think about the guys that, like, nobody knew who the hell any of us were. Like, Plammer was packing tandems, bro. Like, Kai was like, went through AFF or some shit, or maybe he did that in Hawaii. I don't know. Tim McMaster, Axel Zoman and Yoko were out there. Scotty Freeland,
it's
Carson
crazy
Klein. Like, I was out there, like, dude, just normal ass people, like, just doing the thing. Like, Josh Akins, you know Josh.
Yeah, all the Akins.
Yeah. It was such a rad crew, man. Like, so fortunate to have been a part of that, for sure. And miss those fuckers so bad. Sharky, like
Dan and Sharky, yeah.
Dan and Sharky, like Dan's brother. Again, yeah, man. That was, and then after I left, you started, right? Like, I was gone, like, arc passing and cross until. Yeah. Did you start working in the wind tunnel as well?
Yeah, I did in Utah later on. I started in Utah and worked in the sky, throwing rogues, video, all that kind of stuff, you know, before I went to the tunnel. But even, like, going back to the group of people that have come from Utah, like, so everybody you just mentioned, like Timmy, Plammer, you and
the Kogenauers, like
Yoko, and you know, world champions, and then, but it just keeps going, you know, like then like the next generation, Dusty and Kai,
fucking Dusty,
and then like Argyle, you know, and me and Argyle started together, and he's my best friend in the sport, and dude, he's done it all too. Started Shred the Gnar. Everybody's seen Shred the Gnar, you know, and it's just like that place just pumped people out. And I don't know what it is, because it's a seasonal drop zone, like a small seasonal drop zone, and like a bunch of world champions have come from that place. But
I think it's important to understand where you are, where your drop zone is in the pecking order. Like
Yeah.
the medium drop zones, and this is my opinion, but when I'm looking at the industry as like how does the dynamic work? And like it, when drop zones that are medium drop zones, medium being anything, if you have a twin otter or a fucking caravan, you're a medium sized drop zone, right? And then if you have multiple big aircraft, then you're a bigger drop zone. And if you have the traffic that says, hey, come here and do that thing. But like Eloy, it's hard to go out to Eloy and be like, all right, I'm going to go through AFF. Okay, now I'm going to pack parachutes. Okay, now I'm going to start shooting tandem video. Okay, now I'm going to get my tandem rating and my AFF rating. And now I'm going to be a professional skydiver. It's like, nah, you do that at the medium-sized drop zones. And they're the farm teams for the bigger drop zones, Chicago, Arizona, right? That you show up with 3,000, 2,000 jumps. I showed up in Eloy, 1,500 jumps and was like, or 1,200 some shit. I was like, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody with like 10,000 skydives. I'm Ray. But I had a product that back, my tandem video was dope, son.
Yeah.
Legend has it hasn't been a one shot that good since. I gotta adjust my lighting real quick. Hold on. That gives me a nicer glow.
Sorry.
They when drop zones are big, or when drop zones try to run like Eloy, it's like, okay, cool. You have to be able to farm your next, like you constantly have to have a university where it's a mentorship program constantly. You're constantly making and finding your next staff because your current staff isn't going to be there in 2 years. They're going to be in Eloy or in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I think in that time period that we were in Ogden, I can't speak to it now because I haven't been out there in a long time, but they had a really good program. Like we were all helping each other and just kind of like Brian Wallace really made the opportunity happen for a lot of people. He made it happen for me.
Yep.
I had an anger rage one time and threw my camera I broke my camera. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Threw my camera at the freaking lockers. And then when I finally came down off of being a psycho, in my defense, I was on Wellbutrin to try to get off of smoking cigarettes. And that shit got me whack for a second. And being diabetic, that wasn't taken care of. Being an alcoholic diabetic didn't help. So it's water for me now. Brian, he didn't accept, he wasn't very, he's never an emotional man, right? Yeah. But he brought me to Best Buy and bought me a camera so that I could continue working.
Yeah.
Like I paid him back, but I didn't have the money for a camera at the time. So he made it happen, And if I wanted to go through AFF, he probably would have paid for that and I could have worked it off. If I wanted my tandem rating, I could have got that and paid it off. Like that's cool shit, dude. Like, yeah. But
that's when I got my rating from him as far as tandems, and gave me the rating, worked for it, gave me the rating, paid it off.
Right.
And that's how they are for sure.
Right. Well, if you don't have staff, you don't make any money.
You
just have airplanes sitting on the ground. That's shit.
Exactly.
I remember I went to Eloy, and then Brian and Suzanne came and visited, and he's like, "How's this coaching shit work?" And I was like, he didn't say shit, but he's like, "How's this coaching work? People pay for that?" And I was like, "Yeah, yep." When you're in the Vegas of drop zones, like people pay for coaching. Like everybody, like when you go to Eloy, you expect that you're gonna get world-class training and you're gonna pay for it, right? So it was easy for me to go and like set up shop, put up a flag, and be like, especially when I had like Jason Peters on one side and Curtis on the other, and their cup was just overfilled. And when their cups would overfill, this is how I got my shit. When their cups would overfill, they'd be like, "Hey Ray, can you take on a student?" And I'd be like, "Hell yeah!" And then I got busy, right? And that just like that thought eludes people that come from like Utah, where it's like, I remember Tom Rozier. Did you ever meet Tom Rozier?
Worked with him. Like
Tom Rozier was like, when I first showed up in Ogden, I was like, you guys want coaching? I started Sugar Shack Free Fly School. Like, you could pay for coaching. And he was like, I was roommates with him. He's like, I ain't paying for fucking coaching. I was like, huh? He's like, who the fuck's gonna pay for coaching? What are you talking about? And I was like, all right, I'll do it for free. I just want to do it. I was paying for my own slot to like go up and teach other people how to jump. It was awesome.
Well, that's the thing that's crazy about Ogden. It was so progressive. Like it produced so many great skydivers and stuff, but I never even heard of organizing until I went to a different drop zone. Like till I left Ogden, because they never had organizers.
Right.
There was no paid coaching or anything like that. So kind of backwards there, you know. I'm like,
how are they producing so much damn talent? There's no coaching. Like we put a little bit too much a little too much credit on what we do or something, because it's funny, man. Yeah. So let me ask you, because I'm super interested in this. How do you go? All right, so you start working at the tunnel. Did you know Dusty already? Did Dusty hire you? How'd that go down?
So funny story. So started skydiving. My best friend growing up in high school, his dad built the Utah tunnel, and he was like, "Hey man, you should get a job at the tunnel. It would be awesome." And this was even right before I started skydiving. And I'm like, I just graduated college. I'm like, I'm not gonna go work for like $12 an hour, even for a cool job. Like, hell no. And so I pushed it off for a while, started skydiving, just did that for a while, video, through drugs and stuff like that. The tunnel was built, and I'd go fly in the tunnel here and there, but I didn't start when the tunnel opened there. And then I think it was maybe 5 or 6 years after they were open that I finally was like in a place in my career, was kind of getting burned on tandems. And so got a job at the tunnel, and I was there for 5 or 6 years before I moved on.
The dynamic at that tunnel was different too, huh? It's like,
yeah, dude, they did so much coaching there, which was great because it made us as tunnel instructors like talent just through the roof. Because if you're in the wind flying, right, you would know you're learning too. So, and that's like 90% of our business was just coaching, because we were the cheapest tunnel in the country at the time. And
you guys created an awesome situation there, because when I moved to Ogden, I lived in one of the Wallace's rentals. Yeah. And it was literally, I could look out the window and see a demolished mall, you know? Yep. And I would tell people all the time, what I can teach you in a whole season skydiving, I can teach you in 20 minutes in Vegas's tunnel. Like we need a wind tunnel. And all of a sudden he says, it was my last summer there, he says, they're gonna put a wind tunnel right there. I was like, where the fucking mall that didn't work? They're gonna put a wind tunnel where the mall that didn't work is going, like right next to the Mormon temple there. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. All right. Good luck with that. Like, you know? And then they opened up, and it was like they're trying to make the city look pretty again, right? Yeah. And what do they call that? Revamping the
area or whatever, but they've done a really good job.
Like I want to go back there so bad.
It would blow your mind. I'm actually here
right now.
Believe it or not, I'm here right now. But holy it's shit. Like,
let's go to the tunnel. Let's do it.
Changed.
Let's go on a field trip. Yeah. Lunatic Fringe goes on a field trip. Dude, so the situation that I had in Ogden, or not in Ogden, in Arizona, you guys created that for yourselves. Like, it always bothered me so bad that some of the people that were making the rules on how to coach in the tunnel actually never really coached in the tunnel. It was all theory. It was all training. Yeah. You know, like how many tunnels out there, like the people, they think they're coaching at a high level. And it's like, they have 2 students, 5-year period. They've taught 20 people how to fly head down. It's like, dude, we were doing that weekly, dude. Like we were just like, all right, cool. What do you want to learn? Out face carving? Cool. Put $5 on or put 5 hours down. Cool. Let's focus on this. Boom. Do. And then they could do it. And it was like, all right, cool. Next. Like,
Yep.
And then you guys created that with low pricing and out of necessity because you weren't doing anything, right? And
Exactly.
And the situation you guys have is awesome. People are like, but it's a small tunnel. I'm like, dude, give me a small tunnel and a bunch of students all day long. I'll crank that shit out. And everybody was having a ton of fun. Like, safe. You guys have a great safety record. Like, yeah, dude.
And that's
highly skilled people. And you get highly skilled by practicing the craft of communicating with people in a language that none of us speak.
Yep. And you learn by doing, right? Like you got more time in the wind you have, the better you are as a coach. So we kind of took that from you guys, from the Arizona tunnel, and everybody called us the cowboy tunnel, you know, like reckless.
We got the same shit. Yeah.
We're jealous of how much coaching we were doing or whatever. Right. But granted, we would, like, we'd bring students off the net on their head in like as soon as we could. We wouldn't follow like all the exact, you know, tunnel rules and stuff like that. So we were kind of a cowboy tunnel, but it works and still working.
There's part of that conversation that always gets like left behind, right? And it's this: you weren't a cowboy tunnel because you were current as shit with what you were doing. Yeah. You did it every single day. Like, you knew that if you made mistakes, like telling a person to do something a little premature and then seeing the outcome and then protecting them, you know, and then being like, dude, put that in the Rolodex. I'm never saying that again. I'm never doing it that way again. I'm not doing that again. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, and is there a lot of luck involved in that progression? For sure. But once you're at a spot where you're doing that much, that often, like, as long as you don't get complacent, as long as that complacency bug doesn't bite you and you listen into that little voice inside your head that's saying, hey, dude, it can go south at any second. Like, dude, that progression just skyrockets. If you scale it up to the lowest common denominator, you can't do what we did in Eloy and what you guys were doing in Utah in tunnels that are like in the Midwest, you know what I mean? Like, or like in the center of the country, like that they don't have a lot of traffic, you know? It's Colorado was busy with coaching as well. Like, those are highly skilled people. And Florida tunnels have always been successful, you know, like you see these talent pools that just kind of pull up. It's like, and then you have other tunnels I won't mention that are just kind of like, I could see a person fly and be like, yo, are you from fill in the blank? And they're like, yeah, how'd you know that? It's like, you fly head down kind of like crooked, like the whole time. Like, cool. You don't know how to sit fly. Yeah. Why don't you know how to do that? Like, at all. Cool. So where's the connection to Chicago? Like,
so it really came through Dusty Hank. So Dusty had just tried out for STC Corps. They were obviously Nexus out in Dubai. And then Jason Russell and Steph came out to Chicago and we're starting a new team, STC Corps. So Dusty Hanks tried out, got the gig. And then he asked if he referred me and he's like, hey, do you want to be on STC Corps? And like, hell yeah. And I was at a time in life where I needed a good change too. Yeah. And it was just perfect timing. And
were they established as a team already?
No, like just training for the first nationals at that. They're building a team.
Got you.
So I was kind of an original. Well, they first came out with Derek Cox and Tim McMaster, who was on their team in Dubai. But then Derek left and Tim left. And so that's why they brought on, that's when they started searching teammates. They brought on Ryan Risberg and Dusty Hanks.
Ryan Risberg, dude.
And me. Yeah, dude, he's one of my best friends, man.
Oh, fucking love that guy.
Yep. Sure.
Damn, I just had one of those moments where you said his name and you like remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
Same with me.
Hey, yeah. I'm a moment's silence for our boy.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. So, you were shooting camera.
Yep.
Nerve-wracking ass job.
Dude, it's tougher than
At
people
the higher
think.
level.
Yeah,
You fucked that up, but you fucked
Yeah.
that up. They got no points.
Yeah. It's a tough job in VFS. Like FS is quite a bit easier, you can just post up and shoot over the top, but VFS, you're constantly moving, trying not to get grips blocked by feet and stuff like that. So it's tough. And that's why I liked it, because it was challenging enough that it never got like, just boring for me or whatever. It was hard till the very end.
I absolutely love shooting video.
Yeah, me too.
Just in general, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's like you could hide behind that camera and like you're just framing objects, right? Just like, boom, boom. And then, I did a little bit of shooting for some belly 4-way. That shit was fun as hell. Like, you find your little burble pocket, like your little pockets, and you're just like, all right, now I'm going to shift over here. And now I'm going to shift over here. Like, fucking dope. So sick. Yeah. That's cool. But that is a nerve-wracking job. That job is slept on. Like, I don't think it's odd, but a lot of people don't think about the fact that what they're watching is being shot by somebody wearing a camera. Obviously, that's maybe more people think about that than I'm giving credit for. But I always feel like that job gets slept on, and the alternate gets slept on. Heard somebody why do they have so many people up there getting medals? So I was like, because that's the alternate. Like, oh, you got a medal for doing nothing? I was like, no, dude, they gotta be at competition speed with the least amount of training time. And like, if somebody twists an ankle, they bust out their knee or something and have to go to the hospital, God willing, that shit don't happen. But if it does, you went from being on the bench to like in the big show quick.
Well, that's funny you say that, because that happened to us. So
really?
We were going to the World Cup in Germany. We were organizing at Summerfest because that's part of our contract and stuff like that. The very last jump, I got kind of the group that I was with, that I was organizing, kind of put me in the basement, which was fine. I pulled and I ended up having to land off kind of between the cornfields. Perfect, nice grassy area between the cornfields. Came in, ended up stepping in a hole, and I like hit the ground, kind of a fast PLF, I guess, and my shoulder. I didn't know what happened in the moment, but I rolled over. I was in tons of pain, and I rolled over and I was like, what's going on with my shoulder? And I thought maybe I broke my collarbone, because I'd done that before. The pain was feeling similar. And I looked over and my shoulder was like right here.
Oh,
and I was this close to passing out.
Was it above the collarbone?
So yeah, it just came out like to the front, shoulder to the front. And literally I was about to pass out, and I just reacted. I rolled over on my reserve tray, which kind of brought the rig across my shoulders, and I just hit it and it popped back in. And I've never felt like that feeling was going from the worst pain I've ever felt to like the best. Knowing like,
right.
Oh, but then literally we were supposed to fly out to Germany the next day for the World Cup. And then that hit. I'm hurt. This is not good. And so I called a teammate and I'm like, hey, I'm hurt. I called Steph and I said, hey, I'm hurt. Can you come grab me? This is where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. They got me. And then it was like instant team meeting, because we were like 12 hours away from flying out. And it was like, what do we do? Blah, blah, blah. Sam Lindell was our alternate.
I remember when this happened.
And he flew.
I felt so bad for you because you couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah. And Sam really jumped on a flight like within an hour, because he had California to get his passport so that he could fly to Germany. So he flew like a red eye to California, got his passport, and then he had to shoot video, which he had never trained. He'd only trained inside. And
wait a minute. He'd only trained to be an outdoor cameraman inside.
No, he was an inside flyer.
Oh, so I'm an idiot. I thought indoor skydiving, because that's my pocket, right? So yeah, I was like, okay, all right, cool, thank you. Continue on.
Yeah, he was training to be the alternate, like any other alternate on a VFS team, to fly, inside the group.
Yeah.
He never go, and no matter how good a flyer you are, I don't like VFS video takes some time to like get good at, because it's just awkward and different. And man, he was like every jump during the competition I was watching, he was just like circling.
Just orbiting, like not knowing, because he doesn't have the sight, but like he didn't know where those pockets are.
Yeah.
Right. So he's just like, I'm keep moving.
Yeah.
I got it. Like, that's fucking funny, dude. And to a victory.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, they got weathered, so they only did 5 jumps, and because gradually it was just getting worse and worse. But they won by a handful of points. But I bet if it would have went 10 rounds, they might have struggled.
That's fucking funny. It's not our proudest win, but like, I don't know. It says a lot about a team when you diversity. You gotta adjust, right?
For sure.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
At the time, it sucked though. I actually remember you were in a sling, huh?
Yeah.
Did you sling up, and then you were standing up there in a fucking sling, getting a medal, and feeling like you could be a man, and just like you said it, you should have just went for it, Jake. Jesus, I'm just messing with you. You made the right choice. Well, you're still jumping, right? I
couldn't even go to Germany, which sucked because it was my first like international competition. I was so stoked about it, and since it happened before he left, like
that's right. You were posting from your house, from your couch.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what made it fucking bummer. Yeah,
that's where all those, so I was like, drugged up a little bit, and I was watching the first rounds on TV. I had no shirt on, taped up shoulder in my sling, and I sent a video to SDC Core on their Facebook. I'm like, cheering for you guys, I love you. And dude, it just people were funny, and like Sam Lindell made a video, and he's like, oh, hey Jake, I didn't see you there. And then Tim McMahon won, and everybody made one.
Oh, hey Jake, didn't see you there. Yeah, dude, that was funny.
Yeah,
that's funny shit. Yeah, don't put Tim McMaster on anything. He's a level 10 shit talker, huh? He's to the core.
He's my brother, and so for those of you listening, go check it out. The Tim McMaster OA Jake didn't see you there, because it's like full production. Like he brought hilarious. And yeah.
Was that the one where he had the golf cart and he just jumps off the golf cart and it's still rolling?
Yep.
He's smooth with it, dude.
Yep.
I should interview him. Funny story about him. We're in Ogden, and he was so young that he couldn't drink, like he couldn't buy beer. I walk up to him, I'm like, yo, what do you got on that beer money, son? No, I think I said, hey, let me see your wallet. And he took his wallet out of his pocket. He was so quiet back then. He handed me his wallet, and I opened it up, and I took like a 10 or a 20 out of it. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, you're paying beer money, fool. I threw his wallet back at him. And he's like, but I don't drink beer. And I was like, it ain't for you. Like, I went and bought beer. He comes up to me one time, and damn, Big John. Do you know Big John? I think his last name.
I should know this, but I know who.
Like John and Robin and those guys. He goes, hey, I'm gonna go sit flying, and John's gonna belly fly, and I'm gonna surf his back. And I'm like, bitch, you just got off of AFF. Like, he was like, will you film us? I was like, yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
I want to show.
This is gonna be epic. I'm like, and I start, and he's got the pins. You don't want to knock the pins out. And he's like, yeah. I don't know when he learned how to sit fly, dude. I have no idea when he learned how to do this, but we leave the plane and I don't ever expect to see him again, And next thing I know, here he comes, sit flying, and he just comes down and he just sticks it, dude. Like John's like belly flying. I know this would be a better representation of that. He's belly flying, and Tim comes in, dink, like ever so gingerly, and then stands up, and I'm filming it, going, I'm saying the whole time, holy shit, that's cool. Holy shit, that's cool. Like I don't know when he learned it. I honestly don't. I felt like he went through AFF and then like could sit fly. I don't know.
Knowing how to free fly, dude. He's most talented skydivers in the world. I'm not kidding.
That is a fact. So yeah. Anyway, so we go from. So how many competitions did you end up competing with Core?
So 5 national championships that we won, and then 2 world championships, and then 2 World Cups. One of those, obviously, I didn't go to on the World Cup side, but
you were there.
Yeah, we lost.
You were there.
Which was
what?
We never lost, which was fun.
Yeah. Call that running the gauntlet where I come from.
Yeah.
I don't know. I made that up. So cool. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
So where are those medals now?
I don't know.
They're in a fucking box up in the closet somewhere.
They're by my bedside, like little, box that I just put shit in.
Right. I'm gonna start a shadow box company for like guys like you and Rook, like Amy Shimalecki, that just got all these medals that aren't doing shit. Or another company that takes all of that metal and melts it down for grills.
There we go.
That'd be dope. You know,
that would be.
Do you ever go down memory lane and just put all of the medals on and then walk around the house?
No, there's been a few
naked
like parties, like naked. Yeah, where I'm, you know, wearing all the metal,
doing the thing. You remember me? I won all these medals. Did you guys have a kid?
No, so I have a son, and my wife has. So mine's 15 and hers is 14.
Yeah. See, you need a shadow box. You just put that up. And that kid gets mouthy later on in life. Be like, look, bitch, you ain't done nothing.
Check it. I remember calling my son from Australia because I was down there for his birthday a day early because we were in Australia. So I called him and I'm like, hey, happy birthday, buddy, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, tomorrow, Dad. I'm like, oh, well, we're just celebrating and I was just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and let you know that won a world championship. And he's like, Dad, that's all you do is win. It's always stuck with me of the funniest came out of his mouth.
That's my fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you say, son, that's because it's my fault that I win because I'm trained to win.
Yeah. Eat
your vegetables.
Yep.
Do your homework.
He's a stud too.
Yeah. Cool. So is your girl there out now?
No, I'm in Utah. So I'm living in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh wow, cool.
But I'm out here a lot because my son's still out here and just came from a contract in Arizona. So I scooted up here to spend a little time with the family. But I'm going home in a couple days.
Dope. Yeah. Nice little Utah trip, replenish, and then
I miss it.
Do you jump when you're out in Utah, or you just visit family, friends, barbecue?
Yep.
Maybe go shred the gnar in the tunnel a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't flown in the tunnel here for like couple years. Yeah, I haven't jumped here, so it's always just seeing people when I come.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that non-skydivers, and I haven't jumped in a hot minute, but I still consider myself not to be a non-jumper.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it's still in my heart. But if it was the 45 seconds of free fall or minute of free fall that kept us coming back, then I don't think anybody would have thousands of jumps.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking people, man. Like, it's cool. Now, dude, there's a couple nutters out there. Don't get me wrong. Egos everywhere. But that's one group of people. If you haven't been out to a skydive mesquite fucking boogie, I don't know if they're still popping, but dude, Brad Jesse runs a good show out there, and those boogies are bomb. Like,
they are. They're still going off. Like,
still doing the poker afterwards, and like going to the poker tables and getting $1 Heinekens, and then riding go-karts. Is that shit still popping like that?
Yep, it's the best place to like, because I love playing cards, blackjack, hold'em, or what. So every night the casinos are right there, all kinds of fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
So the Blue Skies Boogie, it was the anniversary just this last year, and I was working and couldn't go. I wish so bad I would have made that one, because
did they do like a film festival style?
Yeah,
just I love it.
What they always do, like the 30-year anniversary, 20-year anniversary, or whatever of the plane wreck, and everybody like showed up. Like so many of the old school people showed up to that boogie, and I was super.
Hell yeah. I don't think that plane wreck it had taken me like 4 years to get 200 jumps.
Yeah.
And that wreck happened. And then I was working for a leadership development school and for the wind tunnel at the same time. And I said, fuck this, man. I'm telling everybody to go live their dreams and like whatever. I'm looking at pictures on my cubicle wall of skydiving, and then that wreck happened. And I was like, fuck, they're going to need people, So I called up Scotty Freeland. He was like, come live with me. I freeloaded off of his ass for fucking 8 months, dude. Like went out there, we were skydiving, like, trying to start it over again. And I didn't have the confidence before that to like, I couldn't bring myself to do like 5 jumps in one day. I would do a skydive and be like, I'm tapped, And then after that, that was kind of like well, you're doing it now. Like you're doing it, go do it. If you're going to do it. And yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a rough period. That was 20 years ago.
20 years. Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah. I know.
We're going to switch gears real quick.
Sounds good.
I came up with a would you rather situation.
Okay. All right.
Would you rather lose your sense of taste forever? Right? So a steak and pile of dirt tastes the same, right? Cat food and oatmeal taste the same, right? Yeah. Or lose all feeling in your genital region. Now, it still functions. You don't have ED, like it functions totally normal.
Yeah.
Right? And you still have the magic moment, like totally normal, right? But instead of getting that sensation, you have a temporary blindness. And my theory is that will trigger the same response you would have had you had your moment. The oh God, like because you're worried that your eyesight isn't coming back, right? What do you choose?
Man, I'm only gonna go with the feeling in the genitals. Mm-hmm. And here's because if everything's working properly, all that means is that I can last longer.
Yep. I think you're correct with your answer. There is no right or wrong.
My wife would love it even more.
Right. You guys would have something in common.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not feeling much. Like I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, could you imagine? And I know COVID took people's sense of smell and taste, and some of them haven't got back. And I pray they get that shit back, because I can't imagine being like 7 years old. Like, what do you have when you're that old? You have to be able to eat something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
You think you're gonna be that old man sucking on a Werther's original? You don't have any sense of taste?
Yeah.
No. Ain't gonna happen. Like that. Yeah. That weed's gonna hit. It's so much different if you can't even eat munchies after that. Like, you're like, I think I'm eating a munchie. Oh shit, it's styrofoam. Like, yes, honey, I got into the packing peanuts again. Like,
yeah,
that's funny, dude. Cool. So, who's been your biggest inspirations in this sport?
Man, like, I don't know. There's just so many, and I kind of mentioned it earlier. With just all the all the people that have
We
come
went down the hit list, didn't we?
Yeah, everybody that's come through Utah, like we mentioned earlier, but they were my mentors, and I didn't realize at the time how good
awesome you had it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, right? Hindsight's a bitch.
Yeah. So many, but outside of the Utah crew, I would honestly say, like, I was always a huge fan of VFS and stuff like that. So I'd say Shemi, Steve, and Sarah, because like they were kind of our home team, like as VFS goes, being from Utah, we cheered them on. Like I put money in their raffles for their team raffles and stuff like that. I'd always go to the holiday boogie and jump with them. And so they were who I looked up to. And especially Ty Losi. Yeah. I would say hands down, Ty would be my biggest mentor. Like I two-way sit fly jump with him down at the holiday boogie. And it was me and Johnny Kokenauer. And I'm over here, Johnny's over there, and he's just on his feet, taking a dock on me. And I was like, mine.
Goddamn ice skater in the air.
Yeah.
What is this? Blade of steel.
Yeah. But it's crazy because then
I
against these guys and ladies, like, and now they're my friends. Like I just worked a contract, and Shemi a few months ago, they had a demo and they needed some pyro, and it was here in Utah. And I'm like, hey, I got her hooked up with pyro and all that stuff. And she was telling me about it the other day. She's like, you saved the day. And
that's dope.
After I was like, man, these people were my icons early on, and now they're like my friends. It's pretty cool.
Hey man, how long have we been on? I'm looking for a timer on this thing because it's gonna kick me out eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Shimaleki, man. She is one of my favorite people on earth. Yeah. Now she's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So now she doesn't talk to people like us no more. Yeah. Now she doesn't have to.
Well, that's how cool she is.
Yeah, dude. Now I have to just live vicariously through her Red Bull videos. Oh, yeah. So that's cool. I had another thing I was going to ask you. Oh, a couple more questions. Do you have any advice for somebody starting off in the sport? You got any go-to advice that you're like, man, I say this to everybody?
Yeah, I would say just enjoy the group, and just don't put stipulate. I think a lot of the newer skydivers are coming out and being like, I got to be here. I want to be here. I want to do this. And they're passing up so many experiences like we talked about with the drop zones and spending evenings with they're becoming family, and I think so many skydivers just want to be rippers, which they can totally do now because they can go spend tons of money, and 100 skydives later they're full on rippers. But
200 skydives later they're burned out.
Yeah
They've done it all. They're done that. Yeah.
So enjoy the sport, enjoy the group, and as you progress through it, no matter how you choose to do it.
Nice. Yeah, part of me sad that tunnels advanced as much as they did. I'm glad people can learn faster, but man, before tunnels and people had to learn in the sky, by the time you were good, you fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And because you loved it, because there was still so much to learn, and then the wind tunnel, the Vegas came around, and it was like, dude, I love that shit because it made you good, but it didn't make you great. It made you a ninja, but it didn't make you great. It's like you still had to go learn how to skydive. And then now these tunnels, dudes are all stoked about it for about a year, and then they've learned everything, and then a lot of them think they know it all, and it's like, man, go learn how to skydive now. Learn how to spot an aircraft. The shit was the journey so much fucking fun. Enjoy that shit. Oh, what's the next tab? Oh, what's the next goal? What's the next goal? What's next? And I was like, what's your end state goal? Yeah. Because I never had an end state goal. My end state goal was do this as long as I fucking can. That's my end state goal. Like, because I love it, right? What do you love about this, Jake? What do you love about it?
Dude, and I think it kind of comes back to the people, like that's the group that you connect with. And I tell this story kind of all the time, and people have probably heard this or listened to the podcast, but
I never heard it.
It's crazy because, like, I'll take my personal example in Ogden. I had a really good friend, Nick Lott, gauged ears, neck tattoos, all the things. And then Chris Argyle, cowboy hat, full on cowboy. Like, never in a million years would I think that I would be best friends with.
Like Buck Rogers fucking cowboy, or more like Rob Zombie cowboy.
No, like grew up on a farm, you know, that's what he's doing again. He's farming and ranching, but he's full on cowboy, and but it's crazy. Like, and the three of us would hang out all the time, like never in a million years would you put that three of a combination together ever. And it's cool that skydiving gives us that, there's no walls, no barriers or whatever. You accept it because that's what it is. You love doing it.
Hell yeah.
So I'd say for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hell, how do we get a hold of you? You still doing coaching and stuff, or are you available for that stuff? Or
I haven't been coaching in the tunnel for quite a while, actually.
Or what about Sky?
So I do. I'm working on the sports side of the military, of Flight One. Mm-hmm. So job is Flight One military, which kind of obviously behind the scenes in the skydiving world with that. Right. But I do some courses at Skydive Tennessee, Skydive Alabama, Music City skydiving. I kind of rotate through that area in the Tennessee area, and
little side hustle with the canopy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how are they going to go about doing that?
Facebook, Jake Jensen, or Instagram. I'm not great at social media on either, but I'm on it. I keep them for this purpose.
Right.
But Jake Jensen 331 on Instagram and Jake Jensen on Facebook.
Right. So if he doesn't get straight back to you straight away, he's not living on the socials. I lived the same fucking life, friend. I went and disappeared into my little bubble I got,
Yeah.
I got a good thing going on with the stuff I got going on. And when people want to get coaching and stuff, it's like, just contact me on Facebook or Instagram. And then I'm never really on it. So I don't get their messages until like they're gone, and I'm like, shit, they think I'm a flake.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know you good enough to give you my actual phone number. My bad. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Dude,
I really appreciated it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And
good to catch up with you, because
for sure.
Exactly. Always, I never really, we didn't cross paths, but we knew each other.
Right.
Being U-tards and stuff, and
yeah. No, you're the kid that I only got to see at parties, and we always got along and don't know why. Yeah. It's because we have too many common people.
Yeah. So
it's like it's impossible that we don't know each other.
Yeah.
But this is probably the longest conversation we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. What they're probably going to say, man, they should do a show together.
Let's do it.
Funny shit. And what you got hanging on the walls in the background there?
So this is funny. Skylar Beck.
Yeah.
So I'm in his house right now. This is his loft. And I'm looking down at you right now. So I've had to look at myself to make it look more natural this whole time, but you're actually down here. So, so I'm looking at the pictures on the walls. Skylar Beck's got more shit than anybody I know. Oh yeah.
Like climbing gear, he's got all of it. Like when he gets into something,
Yep.
If he got into boating, he would own a dock. Like he would own he'd own like the bay. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So he's always, it's funny because he kind of took me under his wing when I was a new skydiver. He was like the first one, and we've become very good friends. But
he's very generous, man.
He has a loft here in his place right on 25th Street, and he lets me keep my couch that I'm sitting on in my bed because I moved to Tennessee, and put my couch and bed in here. And so whenever I'm here, this is usually the day.
Yeah, dude. Skylar Beck, I want to say thank you for being a fucking dope ass dude that I needed in my life when I was a shithead human. Because he knew me when I was at my darkest point in time, and he was always legit. So thanks, buddy.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Good shit. Well, hey, I've ate up enough of your time.
Appreciate
I'm gonna cut it off here. I'm gonna say thank you once again.
Yep.
People, if you wanna get some canopy coaching from my man, go ahead and hit him up on those social medias. All right.
Yep.
Jake.
Sounds good.
Much love, brother.
Rock on, man.
All right. Later, buddy.
And there you have it. Another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you as always by, and say it with me, fuck yeah, NZ Aerosports. Head to nzaerosports.com. By Pussfoot. That's right, head to pussfoot.com, the extreme sports collective, and check out everything they've got to offer. By summitparachutesystems.com. Jarrett Martin and the family cranking out amazing pilot rigs, as well as incredible rigging courses. And now joining the Lunatic team, it's the one and only Tony Suits. You know him, you love him. Head to tonysuit.com. Check out all the amazing standards, as well as the new incredible signature line they've got going on. And as for us, the Lunatic Fringe is now on YouTube. That's right, you're going to have the chance to put faces to the audio by heading to youtube.com and looking up the Lunatic Fringe podcast. It's easy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out all the amazing videos from the previous guests that we've had, as well as new and upcoming interviews on video. As always, I am the fucking pilot. Head to thefuckingpilot.net or theprincesspilot.com. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time around. All right, gang, so just a quick heads up. Instead of doing what I've been promising for ages, which is to get around to that audiobook, instead I went ahead and compiled all 10 years of the Blue Skies writing that I did and put it together in a fucking book. You'll be able to find it in pretty much any of the marketplaces that Amazon has. It is literally every single word I ever wrote from that magazine, and it's all put together in nice book form. You can buy it in ebook, you can buy it in paperback, and believe it or not, you can even buy it in fucking hardback. Again, it's going to be available here really, really soon. This one not only includes all the articles that were in the first fucking pilot book, but about 60 more articles. It's got 350 or so pages of some pretty funny, inappropriate, and hopefully informative shit. So check it out.